Hey, welcome to the channel. I'm Tim, and today I'm going to give you my full review of the Nike Pegasus 37 after 100 miles. It was a fun run, went 7.42 miles at an easy 8:56 minute mile pace. Hey, if you're new to the channel, I upload new videos each week, typically about running, but also healthy and active lifestyle. So you'll want to subscribe to the channel. If you do subscribe, maybe click on that notification bell so that you'll be notified each time that I do. So I'm going to start with the upper. The upper is stripped down. There's really no overlays except for the Nike swoosh that's on it. It is a mesh material, and after 100 miles, you can see that there really is no wear. This shoe looks brand new. So the upper has held up really well over the last 100 miles. Gone are the old fly wires. Now, I know a lot of people had complaints that maybe those fly wires kind of dug into their foot. Well, you don't have to worry about that with the Peg 37. They've replaced those fly wires with fit bands that help secure your foot really well over your forefoot to the shoe itself. The tongue is gusseted. That material that they sew the tongue in, they extend down into the toe box. So there's really 2 layers of material in that toe box. The tongue is notched. It's a thin tongue, but it's very comfortable. The insole is really substantial insole, and I do appreciate that. You can see how thick that insole is. I think it just adds to the comfort of the shoe. The collar of the shoe is well padded, but not overly done. It's really very comfortable. It still has that flare on that Achilles heel tab, and that is well padded. That has provided a lot of protection for my heel. It gives and creates a deep heel pocket. I haven't had any trouble with my heel slipping, not side to side or up or down. It's felt really very secure over those miles. Another big change to this version of the Pegasus is Nike did away with that full-length airbag, and they replaced it with a smaller, much more robust airbag that sits only in the forefoot. If you look at that color change, that represents where that airbag sits in the shoe now. There is a difference between the PSI and the men's air unit as there is in the women's. The men's is set to 20 PSI, while the women's is at 15 PSI. The material that they made those air units out of is twice as thick as the ones out of the 36, which make it much more responsive and give it more of a bounce feel to it. So much more of an energy return than last year's shoe. So the midsole is all React foam. They did away with that Cushlon foam. It's much more responsive, it's more durable, and it's lightweight. The outsole is pretty much covered in rubber from heel to toe. There's really very, very little exposed foam. They changed up from using a pentagon pattern to a more waffle pattern. I tell you, I haven't had any trouble with this shoe slipping at all. I felt pretty secure out on the roads, even when the roads were wet or on gravel. I think that the rubber does a really good job of helping you stick to the road and making you feel safe and secure while you're running at faster speeds. There's a pretty deep groove in that heel that kind of gives you a trampoline effect when you're out running. You pair that with the React foam, which is already responsive, and that air unit in the forefoot, and it really gives you a nice, responsive, comfortable, cushioned ride. So durability-wise, after 100 miles, there are virtually no signs of wear on this shoe at all. The upper is in perfect condition. The heel tab, the Achilles heel tab, the collar of the shoe, the outsole of the shoe, they all look, if I clean them up, this shoe would look brand new. So I think the durability on this shoe is just fantastic. Again, this has over 100 miles on it already, and it's got hundreds of miles, I bet, that I can put on this shoe before it really starts to impact its performance. So I'm really, really pleased with the durability of the Peg 37. So this is the part of the review that I like the most, and that's to talk about its performance and what it's like to actually run in the shoe. It's a joy. I love running in this shoe. I've ran in this short runs. My long runs are a half marathon distance. I've ran a half marathon twice in this shoe. The distance, not a race. But I've also run some speed repeats, stride repeats. I did a progression run with them today, and they performed really well across the board. So to me, it's a lot more than just a daily trainer. Nike has referred to this as a workhorse with wings, and I couldn't agree more. It really is. I would have no problem at all picking this shoe up on race day and taking it out for a spin. I think it can do so much. It's a really versatile shoe, and I wouldn't hesitate. If I could only buy one shoe, this would be a good contender. I'm going to finish up with a couple more specs of this shoe. So a men's size 9 comes at 9.06 ounces. A women's size 8 comes in 8.4 ounces. It is a neutral shoe. It runs true to size. It has a 24 millimeter stack height in the heel, a 14 millimeter stack height in the forefoot for a 10 millimeter drop from the heel to the toe. It runs $120, and I think it's worth every penny of that $120. Hey, if you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. I could use a little love. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. If you do subscribe, be sure to click on that notification bell so that you'll be notified each time I upload new content. As always, run tall, run strong, and be kind to one another. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.